this turns out. Try to showcase as you come in here. You have just such a nice view of the Canadian River from up here. Let's see. Maybe it's visible. Get up to it. Oh, yeah, nice. Oh, well. Yeah, problem is my truck is just shaky. So, I think for the last 2 years, since 2024, I've been here pretty much every day at the end of April. Not every day, but I understand what I'm trying to say. Fortunately, there just, hasn't been much rain. And, man, it's looking so yellow. So very dried out right now. I really do love this place. My fingers could just get out of the way. Doesn't want to fight me the rest of this time. Well, I've make something work with this thing. Okay, so here's the visitor center down here. Nice little place. Always got park rangers in it till about 4 o'clock. Drive back and show a little bit. So as far as I know, this area, I would say it was a sea in the middle of the Permian. And you've got a lot of this red soil, and that is immediately a sign that that is Permian era, like in terms of geologically. It's that very iron-rich material that was deposited at that time. And eventually, pretty sure that in the following Jurassic, it was pretty lifted up again and then lifted back into the sea during the Triassic. So I just kind of imagine like the very tops of these rocks is where the only things that were poking out from the sea at the time. Man, wow. That I've not seen before here. I don't know if that's visible. Oh, yeah, it is. Absolutely. Look at that. It's a rainbow. Wow. Wonder what that's about. We are set to get a lot of rain today, very thankfully. Well, more so tomorrow, but we are set to get rain today, so I really don't know what would make that happen, except for like ice crystals being up there, but this is very end of April. Alright, well, I've been here plenty of times. Walked out there, you can go directly to the river and walk down there, and across the way there's another just I'd say like 30 more minutes of driving from Amarillo to get over to that side, but there's a lot more in terms of expansiveness for Lake Meredith, that part. So Lake Meredith would be this section that we're in right now, and there's another canyon, McBride Canyon, nearby that is just literally on the other road that forks off of elevates here, this road. And yes, this is the very first thing that I listen to whenever I come here. Pretty much, always listening to Age of Mythology soundtrack, because it's became something that, you know, it really has always reminded me of my kind of curiosity for things, but there's just something real organic and natural sounding about it that's just perfectly fits this place. Or really just anywhere you could have some nature. Man, let's see. I'll try doing this. See if we can make something work with my door glass here. It's at an angle. That's okay. That's the only way I can do it without keeping it under my door glass. It's not like there's much to look at on the road here. Just kind of showcase this real quick. So my dad bought this camera mainly because, well, I spend a lot of my time cleaning around Amarillo, and I don't get anything for it at all. You know, it doesn't pay, you know, to care about the environment, to care about the place we live in. Very unfortunately, even though it all comes back to it. If we don't take care of the place that we live in, if we don't respect the land and this earth, then what are we doing? You know, there's somebody out there working on the garden. Nice. That's why every time I come here too, in fact, it started all here. Firstly, whenever I came out to this place after that fire happened in February 2024, man, you can see still a lot of mesquite is still burned from it, but it's made it a lot more navigatable. And I hadn't gone here prior to that, but man, was I missing out. It's the serenity of this place is unreal. Look at that. What kind of bird is that? Yeah. It's somewhere in that tree. I just saw it. My eyes aren't meeting with it, so maybe the camera will get it, but I saw a bird just like that when I came here last year with my great uncle, and I remember it had just such a beautiful call. And that's another thing I really remember about this place is man, the birds and everything out here, the silence that you get is just, it's amazing. The only parts that aren't silent, I'll show you, are the places where natural gas is being pumped out of here. And it's just kind of like a droning noise that goes on and on, but I think it does disturb some of the wildlife for sure, but it's not that bad, and they don't run it all the time. I think in the past it was weekends, but I don't know, especially with the Iran war and everything going on. It destroyed all this, a huge portion of the world's production of natural gas. So I'm unsure. They might be running them all the time now. I'll have to show that view coming back. So we get up here, and now if you look over here, it's this is what elevates is on this other side. And this area used to be inhabited, of course, by the Native Americans. I think last time that it was inhabited was 15th century, yeah. And of course, you can't go back there. It's all cordoned off, specifically because of the artifacts and everything that's back there. The flint sites that are here, why it's called flint, it's Albay's flint quarries, we'll go up there eventually. Let's do a loop back here. Get down to where I'm wanting to show. I don't know about hunting, but one thing that people certainly come here to do is a lot of that. Mainly turkeys out here. Seen some antelope. Seen some deer. It should be elk. There should be some elk here, especially in this kind of over in this way, but we're getting a little too far east for them. We're usually out to the west, just relative to Amarillo. So here's where the park ends, down here. I've never gone past that fencing or anything. I'm pretty sure that you go down that road right there, and you will eventually, you know, because Owl Bates is going to be just beyond this little corner right here. Like it's beyond the fence, but it stops being Owl Bates, and up there is just mainly stuff for oil or natural gas. I'm not sure. I haven't gone there. It's yeah, Owl Bates would be all this over here, over there. I don't know why they put 6 locks on that thing. Like one's not enough, or like I can't just hop that fence. If you know, if somebody really wanted to get back there, they could. Not with a vehicle, of course. They can't even really do that with these. This is where natural gas goes out. I've walked under this and gone out there, and it's a nice walk. But there's a can right there. Grab that. All right. Here's that rainbow again. It's so obvious. I've never seen a rainbow like that. Of course, we know it's light refracting in the air, but just not like it's like a straight bow. See if I can get a little bit better. Goes all the way over there. All right. So I don't know if anything that I'm going to record in the future is really going to earn me anything. Honestly, the way things are, I don't really expect it to be something that really works out for me. But I don't know what to do anymore, honestly. I want to care about the environment, and it's what I want to do. I'm just not sure quite how to earn it, you know, the monetary value that I need, because I'm so used to just doing all this stuff for free, just going out there and just doing it. It makes me feel like a loser, is what it does. Like I don't actually deserve what the money that I should be paid for doing what I'm doing, because I'm especially trying to clean the parks here and in Amarillo, Texas, and it's just I see people from the city running over. Well, they're not technically working. They're working for the city, but it's weird. They're being contracted by the city. It's all these people being contracted out. They run over all the trash. They don't pick it up. They don't care about it. Like, I Only time I've seen people picking up trash was somebody working for the city of Amarillo itself. You know, not just... It's like I don't know what to do anymore. Because if I was to get a job working for a city of Amarillo, in terms of like their Parks and Rec, especially, is what I was trying to, it would involve me doing a lot more. And in terms of just the variety of what I do, it doesn't. I want to pick up the trash. The trash has got to go. It's gonna continue to break down. It's gonna kill the fish that, you know, the state already spends a lot of money pumping out to try to help with. Paying for all the fish that they stock the lake for. It's you know, it's also like a safety thing. It's there's lots of hooks, lots of fishing wire everywhere, and it's a danger to people and animals. I don't want to hear that it's not either, because I've seen plenty of the ducks, plenty of waterfowl be killed by it, be drowned by it. Well, this is a premier place in this park. Absolutely premier. Mainly because of this wonderful view. And, you know, last few times, this is a natural gas road, but last few times I've been up here, it's just been nice and silent. Oh, fix my window here. Stop that. All right. Just check out this place, man. This is one of the few days too without any kind of wind. How rare that is here in the Texas Panhandle. That's unheard of, basically. No wind. This is this is what I mean though, right here. I don't get it. I mean, who can look at this place and just say, yeah, this is what we need. We need a beer can. It will look so much better with a beer can. Well, come on, get out of there. Let's get a better mechanism of holding this camera here in a second. I especially love this little area right here. Of course, as you go down, if one was to go down from here, especially be wary of snakes. Now, I haven't made visual contact with a snake here before, but I've certainly seen a few skins. this is more what I am working to try to prevent. Because I will tell you, it's not cans that I found the most out here, it's glass bottles. And fortunately though, a lot of them have not been broken. You know, I don't know how, with people tossing them as hard as they can out the window, and you get all these rocks that make up this area, all this dolomite. Lots and lots of quartz. But yeah, it's crazy the things I've seen. I'll tell you, it's a very, very depressing sight to suddenly, you know, find this bottle, this little glass bottle, you know, just full of dead bugs. And it's just gonna stay like that, you know, until it eventually shatters. Glass bottles, like, over time, they have a slight chance, especially with, depending on the climate pattern, of starting fires in themselves because of how hot they get. And that's what kills all the bugs, is all the heat. And of course, it's going to get real damn hot out here. So there's that road. Oh, it's picking up a little bit now. Wonder how this will affect the mic. This route right here is actually a very nice to walk. Let's do that right now. I wish I could have stashed these cans, but oh well. This is why I normally walk around with a bucket out here. Find lots, and not just trash too. Hell, you know, it's personally, I think it's if you find something like an artifact, you are supposed to take it and try to give it, of course, to the park rangers up there. I haven't found anything I'd say is an artifact. Little chocolate daisies, still blooming. Also smells quite nice. I know the name of this flower, man. I can't recall it right now, but like, is this not just like an amazing place to just sit and do whatever you'd like? Just read or enjoy the moment. You've got an excellent view of Almates from up here. That's those roving hills. I want to go explore all that so bad. I really do love this place. It's just like a seemingly endless amount of things to just enjoy here in terms of just exploration. Especially, I absolutely love Albate's Flint. It's beautiful. I don't understand, quite yet how to nap. I'm certainly not going to try to nap until, you know, I get some material to practice on, because they do make like mock nappings. But well, very, very characteristic of this place. Like, I just want to cut this rock open and just, you know, make a nice slab down the middle, and then everybody can enjoy that. Now, see, the problem here is we've got all these roads for whatever purpose we're using the roads for, right? And over time, people are going down them and running over the rocks and breaking them down. And Flint is pretty tough overall. I'm not going to deny that, but I think trying to salvage some of the flint off the roads is your best source of owl-based flint if you are going to take it from the park, which I don't recommend, actually. A lot of it is very broken, as in there's somebody appropriately called it a heartbreak rock because it's so prone to fracturing. It's also real tough with all the crystals in it, the quartz crystals. You'd need some advanced tools, something to cut it with, like a diamond saw, basically, in order to make the most of it. But even then, it has a higher chance than other material, at least other kinds of flint, to shatter. So it's not ideal for crafting. There's lots of rocks that are here, I'd say, but it's not the flint. You let's say geodes. There's lots of geodes here. You could find a few of them. Different kind of geodes. The thing that I really like, especially if I am in the mood, I have the strength to go to the tops of these mesas. Thing I would want to do that's such a nice little area right here too. It's a great place, especially on the other side, screening this ground here for petrified wood, because I found lots and lots of little shards of it. But only relatively at the tops. I've also found something that's it's like an agatized like oyster or a clam or something. Like, whoa, scared me. I wonder what they are. It's not unusual to see quail here. Not up here, but certainly across these fields. Last year I came here, I remember seeing several horny toads up here. Texas state lizard, you know, shoots blood out its eyes. Not all of them. Some species don't, but majority do. I think it's like 2 that don't. I'm going to stash this in the grass right here. Grab it whenever I come back. blow away. Let's cut the grass around. Ooh, what's that? Wow. So whatever it is on the edge right here, that is the material that became agatized. And elevates flint is primarily agatized dolomite. That is the definition for it. And overall, it is distinctly, it's got that redness to it. And purple colors as well, but it's, you find a good stereotypical piece. Because that's, I have so many questions about how all of this formed. Especially the rocks, right? But there's so much that I don't understand. As you can see, there's a whole lot of quartzite. It's always got these this quartz with these bands on it, these others. And then you get down to this stuff right here. That is a piece of it's agatized algae. That's what that is. And you can find geodes of agatized algae. Now, I was here again, like exactly a year ago, and man, it was so much greener. And the main thing even coming out here today that I wanted to showcase was all the flowers. Unfortunately, we haven't had that giant rain. Oh man, thank God it's coming. Thank God it's coming. Because it's coming. Tells a lot. We really need to come out here and smoke and just toss it. Doesn't matter, it doesn't decay for 20, 40 years. We need that plastic in our environment, don't you understand? Not stereotypical enough. That's pretty. I love how wavy it gets. It's material came in and replaced the rock, right? That is definitely what happened here. But we don't know exactly how it happened. And of course, flint is a majority. It's a siliceous material, so it's got to get that silicone from something, some kind of source. So it could have been from volcanism. Most likely could have been deposits from the time that this area was a sea. Yeah, but some people suggest that it's something that is very far away that caused some of this to happen. It's one of the theories. Also, another thing, if you're ever out picking up some rocks, it's a good idea to not dig them up. you shouldn't have to physically dig them out of the ground. Now this is an incredibly stereotypical piece right here. That's what I was looking for. That marbled kind of texture, like meat. This is stereotypical for kind of like an outer piece. It's got that ring to it. It tells me it's like that. A little sparkly. Yeah, you can see though how this material in the outside, like it's like bound to it. I don't expect to find anything too out of this world here today. I certainly, had my mind blown a few times by this place, certainly. But finding something exceedingly rare, and I've been here close to maybe 30 or 40 times. And you can maybe hear that now. All that noise it generates. I guess I could describe it here, because you take that path right there, not that one, but the one going under there, and walking past it, you go up. You see that hill goes up that way. Go up there, and you can kind of see it, but it loops all the way around and eventually goes out towards the road with those hills back there. And that's a good hike. It's a very nice hike. Oh man. It blows my mind seeing some of the colors and stuff I see here. The color, of course, comes from what it's made of, but you get some materials in these that you wouldn't really expect them to be there. I'd say the most rare out of everything I've found is for one of these rocks to be made of these flint rocks material, even mica. I've only found like 2 or 3 pieces my time of going around and picking up all this stuff, looking at it. Man, that is rare. See, there's not too much, and it gets cracked. It gets some cracking because there's other material still going into this rock. So I am going to have to make a new account if I was to upload this, and I think I'm going to call it Ugly Amarillo. This was not my idea, actually. There's a man that I met in helping keep Amarillo clean. Literally, this non-profit organization in Amarillo, just exactly for that. His name's Jeff McGonigal, and he suggested that name as a method of trying to showcase just how dirty and neglected and awful. Some of the places in our town are. I love that name. I heard that and I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to use that. So I think people need to see exactly just how disgusting it is. Our negligence of our environment is. Now, that kind of looks like a rescue helicopter. It's definitely got the same color. And it's definitely coming from the Amarillo direction here. So I wonder what's going on at Lake Meredith over there. You can see it's gotten real cloudy and red over there. The water level's real low. But yeah. It's just really hard to convince me at the same time, though, that anybody cares. And so maybe I'm just doing this to motivate myself, to keep pushing, keep fighting for what I believe in. And we only really have one chance to prevent things from changing and degrading. Only one real chance to do the right thing. You can see this is the fate. This is the fate of our cans. Now, this is probably from at least the 60s. At the very least the 60s, that. It's not quite beat up enough. I don't think it's that old, but it is not unusual to find like rations, like old cans from them, stereotypical like tin cans, the way that you can imagine that. We just like, why do we don't need these heavy metals in this ground. A little fibrous fruit. It's just covered in those little hairs. Very, very adapted for this environment. Over the next month, though, this is all gonna explode with that rain. I mean, one can only hope, one can hope. Flower about to open up, or maybe it's already closed. Not sure. Saw lots of these by the road. beetle. Looks like a kind of like a longhorn beetle, the way its antennae are sticking out. Not nearly big enough. Now, I was thinking about this earlier, especially here, these little guys. I've seen a good amount of, like, this is like all native. Like, you can't get any more pure than this around here, at least. Like, and that's the thing, is that I've seen a lot of these plants that are growing in Amarillo. You know, these for sure. And I'm just surprised that people don't care about the native plants that live here, that are adapted to this environment, that can adjust to this environment, that we aren't caring about them. You know? That was definitely from somebody's dog right there. That we just passed all that poop. If you don't pick up after your dog, I just don't get it. Why you bother? You are contributing to the nitrification of the land, and that spreads disease and overwhelms, you know, like our sources of water. It's that was a big fly on my hand just now. I think that might have been a horse fly. Thankfully they did not try to bite me. Maybe it's a male. Yep. I've got a bucket, so come back here in a second and pick that up. What's this little nightshade? Not the deadly nightshade. Ones that have thorns on them. People really seem to hate nightshade. It's such a nice flower. Or like they hate the thistle. They chop down all the thistle. And those are beautiful. Man, the bees and the butterflies and everything loves them. Now, one thing I'm not surprised we're not seeing, but you just open your eyes and you look and oh, okay, well, there's, depending on how the year goes, by July, everything just gets overwhelmed by, you can see the tips of them, by sunflowers. Oh. I haven't seen the starts of them yet. I did last year, but man, that was just because it was just raining nonstop. I'm gonna put these cans up and then see about where to go next. Try this method. See, I'm not sure what that is, but just gonna pick some of the glass up. could find it, that is. Where did I see that? I really watch out for these cactus. I really don't want to kill them. Step on them, of course. But, man. There's one. There's a bit of a... This is more so what I was talking about in terms of you can tell it's real old because it's got all that rust on it. It gets that color of that red. Oh, might have just walked right past it, maybe. But yeah, you get these amazing little cactus. That one, to even get that big, 10, 15 years old. I haven't seen any specimens that look like they're hundreds of years old here, because there's so much turbulence in terms of the land, and everything's constantly being uprooted and changing. You got all these that sit on slopes. Oh yeah, this wasn't where I was earlier, but now I'm just looking for that. Look at that. It's obviously been shot. Shot looks like by a .22. Oh, there's no other half of it. Little abandoned fire ant colony here. Showcase this, if that's even showing. If you really want to know about the material composition, I would love to look at this stuff that the fire ants gather under a microscope, because they got it nice and convenient for you to just go and check out. I hate fire ants though. They kill all the native wildlife. They're invasive, of course, but I don't think it's exactly worth it to just try to massacre them like we did in the 50s and 60s. Now this is a very interesting rock right here. I think I might just keep this one. Look at that color. That's the thing, is these rocks are normally heavier. This one does not feel that heavy. So probably a heartbreak rock of sorts. But fascinating, because I want to learn using that. I want to, try to use the things that I'm grabbing as a method of exploring and learning about the world we live in. Now that certainly looks like a piece of petrified wood. Absolutely. The thing is it can be deceptive. It can be deceptive. This could just be something that's been carved out like this, and it makes it look like it's got that kind of organic look to it. But instead of like if this here we go. Here's the glass I was looking for. because it doesn't look like it points to a central point there. And, you know, it's like a log, you know, it's all going to point to the middle. But in this case, I don't know, it could be a fragment of a much larger tree, you know. That's why it looks like that. But most of the time, though, you know, there's a lot of rocks that have that kind of look to it. See, like this is a great example of an outside piece. Like, this is immediately after, if the rock was still here, you know, part of this, you would see flint on the other side. You can kind of see a little bit of the redness, the purple in that. Oh, so it's got some little bit, but that's okay. Yeah, problem's not the what was I gonna say? The glass. Getting poked by the glass, but it's the problem here is how much is this eating my feet? Not my feet, my knees. Always saying the opposite one, we'll see. That is fascinating to me, man. Look at that. It's curved only a little bit, but you can see just how well the water rushing over all this land here has changed, manipulated this. Look at how flat that is. It blows my mind that can just happen. Oh, there's another thing I wanted to show. There's another plant that I know I've seen in Amarillo this year. Saw this flowering out by a creek. One of the creeks that we're trying to clean. Whew. I also found a cactus I had never seen out in this area. This entire, you know, Texas Panhandle, Missouri foxtail cactus. Very beautiful flowers on that. Man, I love these little guys, man. That is just amazing. How compact that is. It's so interesting. And beautiful. I've combed this area a few times now, so it is so much better than it was. The problem though is getting up and down. Now I'm tempted. You know, I think I just might. Grab a little bit of water real quick. And then let's go down here. Those clouds are getting closer and closer. And man, there's nobody here today. Like usual. That is definitely not an unusual thing. It's just pretty amazing. You can enjoy this area without much of an issue encountering other people. I don't know. I came here in November, and I was out, you know, exactly where the camera's looking, that direction, going down that path out, and I came across to the very end of one of the trails, and somebody at the end of it, like hunting gear, all decked out. But man, he starts looking back and forth, like he's worried about something. I'm like, well, what is this guy doing? Is he like poaching? I couldn't, you know, personally, out in the middle of this, you know, not armed myself, somebody who is absolutely armed because they're hunting, you know, yeah, I did need to see the gun to know they're armed. You know, I'm not pushing that. No, sir. Yeah, you can see that's where some quartz crystals used to be, where that is. They're black. And of course, because of all the sand and stuff gritting against it, it's gonna wear it down and destroy it. So that is the weak point of the flint. However, if the quartz gets buried, it is so much. You can find some, like, yeah, I found a few that were, I didn't dig them up. They were, you know, they were coming out, and man, very pretty, very pristine quartz crystals. You could see through them. And, you know, not gigantic like the places where you would go to mine specifically crystals, but, you know, crystals that you'd expect to, like stereotypical quartz crystals, but just embedded within this material. It just is a part of it. You get lots of color. Like I seriously cannot think of a single color that I haven't seen represented somehow, some way in the flint. It just across the spectrum, like a full rainbow. I am trying to be as careful as I can here. I know. I can't remember it for the life of me right now, but it's... Are they morning glories? It's that, like datura and like other poisonous plants like that. Here you can see this one. This is crystal bedding for sure. All the quartz crystals you can see, but because it's this bedding, you can also see on the edge right here. You get some different colored crystals, and get down to this beautiful red like purple color, pink. Wow. This is exactly what I mean. You could just go here and look at this stuff and enjoy it, man. You would find something new every time. Every time you come here. Man, those are so pretty. This is approaching what I would almost call a, yeah, it's like a flint geode would be structured like this. You get down to that kind of blackish color that usually, like blackish bluish, like very dark blue, surrounding this material where the crystals, like if it's just quartz, like within, just pure, mainly pure quartz. Now that's also very interesting right there. Look at that. That's like a giant piece of feldspar mixed in everything else. Well, see, it doesn't have that shininess of feldspar, right? But I'll show whenever I find some very distinctly, yeah, that's feldspar pieces. Like, even that right there on the ground right there. That's feldspar for sure. Dirty. Try to put him back where he found him too. I'm not the best about that, but it doesn't matter too much. It's not the most important thing. What matters is you're not digging them up and leaving all this stuff exposed. So it's like contributing to the desertification of this entire area. This is kind of approaching where I'd find some snakes, I think. We really haven't gone far because I got distracted by all the pretty rocks exposed right there, but yeah, this place is certainly, it feels like it's made to get lost in. Very, very fun to do so. Also, there's huge pitfalls where you can just shove your foot in and break it in certain areas. Break your ankle. That's the other species of cactus native to here. Something that I don't see around town at all, basically. Only on the outskirts. And well, my grandparents lived kind of relatively close to the Canadian River, but over off Tascosa Road. Oh, I love it, man. Now I've gone down here a few times. See, now this is, whenever I say save some of these rocks, you know, you should be trying to avoid taking the big ones, taking, you know, stuff that's covering the ground. But look at this area, how it's all just falling apart. You know, this is something that was literally just on the edge, about to be dragged back in. And I think the point is, personally, to try to keep as much of this material as you can together in one little place, so that you can showcase to other people what that rock was like. far in right now, but I'm trying to remember the route that I took. I think I'm looking at it though. Walking along that edge, then going down there, and going, right here. That's where I was wanting to go. First time that I walked down here was that little rock, that plumage. And the reasoning was, I was just real curious, of course, wanted to know about it. Of course, I didn't, I don't know much, but I'm just in these tennis shoes though. Navigating this really isn't bad. I get a lot of enjoyment out of it. Have some better shoes for it though. I meant to take them today. Yeah, Dolomite. Haven't walked by any good pieces that describe it, but there's also, I think we're about to find some here. Maybe that one. It's yeah, that right there. You can see the black on it. Yeah, and over here too. This one. Now that is also, this is also algae that was put onto these rocks. What is that though? There's something blue embedded in the rock. What is that? Whatever. It's like metallic blue though. Oh. I could not ask for better weather. Man, I'd say it's about 60, 63, 64 right now. It's not really set to get much hotter. But man, it's a perfect day. Talk about perfect. Whew. I've never been up there. I think going up there is a bad idea. There's no way to just casually stroll up there. No. I don't have this outdoorsy experience to just march up there. It seems like it, right? But no. Forgot about this. It's they did have some fencing here previously. This is not the way to go. See what I'm doing right now? This is very fucking stupid. Alright. I'll just go that way. That's the way I should have gone. But I kind of wanted to get the view, Yeah, you can see stepping over. It's got some barbed wire from fencing. Could have been destroyed. You know, there's been several fires, so probably a long time ago, given how the wood looks. Wow. Look at that. It reminds me, it really reminds me of pottery. And the texture of it is it's so smooth. Last time I walked through here, there was definitely like this whole path going down in this section. But it was obvious the deer had carved through. I don't remember how I got down though. I think it's going to have to involve a little bit of climbing. I don't know how much I'm willing to do right now. I think I remember. I didn't cut across from there though. Or did I? You can kind of see it, but the brush is too thick. And that right there, then if that doesn't scream rattlesnake to you, I don't know what does. It's always at the base of larger structures. Oh, ouch. My shoes are getting filled. Even like right here, this is pretty iffy. But it feels like I could walk. Maybe a curve. I don't know. I am an amateur when it comes to this. Hopefully this doesn't just capture me falling and dying here. Ouch. All right. Well, here we are. Ooh. Maybe this is the exact same. Unfortunately, there hasn't been, hasn't been any rain to tell if there's tracks or not. But man, I freaked out. I'm like expecting snakes to be everywhere here. It's always the lowest parts. Look at all this. It's actually another species right here that appears in Amarillo. All right, almost there. How did I get back? We're just gonna have to go the exact same way. get a good view of this area. Wouldn't that just be the best thing in the world to wake up to? You wake up and that's what you see. It would just blow me away. Just little white flowers. Look at that. So small. All these adapted for moth pollination are like that. Real tiny. And it's getting down that's the most difficult part. It's not getting up. It's definitely getting down. Yeah, I remember how I got here. Because I've been here twice. Second time I didn't go this way. I went from the road over there and walked up the hill. It's not that far. Well, like here's a piece of dolomite that was agatized, and you can see all the little bit. This is where the flint was. You can see the bedding on it as well. And I'm sure if you cut that open right there, you get a lot of flint. All right. Well, this looks like a whole ridge, so I'm just not going to continue to walk down it. That's not a good idea. That's a nice piece. Let's see. Physically, I can't handle as much as the average person. That's for sure. I'm already getting a bit exhausted. Oh, I love how the mesquite smells. The yucca and the mesquite. There's a little bird singing on top of it. Ain't that nice? white. More so grayish. The little bird is white. Wow. Look at this. Huh. This plumage. Oh, that's beautiful, man. Let's not get stabbed. Let's not get stabbed. All right. And you can see, look at all this. What is the name of that material? Conglomerate. Look at all of it. It's mainly made of it. There's lots of little bits of everything. Well, what I want to find, kind of attach one of these rocks, is some flint. I want to see some flint embedded in this. Just as a method of proving origin, you know. I'm not seeing any. It's all quartz. Man, that stuff, that rock feels so much harder than a majority of like what I'm touching out here. That's, man. Ooh, it feels real tough. So what is this about right here, eh? I saw this and I was like, what? Huh. Little turquoise rock. What's that about? I think I'll take one of them and see and try to investigate. Now that looks like that because it's covered in moss. It's got lots of, that's moss on that. Absolutely moss. I really wonder how old this rock is. See, and now there's this kind. I've seen a lot of this. It's just like all the other rocks. Well, some of them that I found today. But more segmented, more, it's got that gray in it, like this rock here. Like this outcrop. So the whole part of me walking out here and doing this was to investigate around the base of it. Is it difficult? This is going to be difficult to get down from right there. I'm not just going to go on the other side of it. I'm not going to hop it. I could just walk back around. I wanted to show up close first. Oof. Look at that. It's got that texture to it that I've seen a few places here. Yep. All that, the bumpiness that surrounds some of these outsides of these rocks. I've seen a few that have outsides like that and they end up being geodes. So I'm not sure like what. Wow, that is distinct right there. This is what I mean. You get these perfect little carved by nature, just cylindrical bits, and they're amazing. Amazingly. Like it's you can see all the sides on that. It's just not the brightest because it's dirty, a little dirty. But yeah, see, this is like a holistic piece of flint. We got stuff crawling on me here, so. Oh. Beautiful piece here. I can't get enough of that wavy texture. Oh. I'll keep that one. Oh. I wanted to show this too. This kind of like the quartz and whatnot in these rocks. I don't really understand. But yeah, it's pretty obvious that the color it's been mixed with something. Somehow that material got in there. Somehow. So you get these pieces that are just so thin as well. Like that is identical to all the flint too. Even though it's this thin little piece. It's like, well, what do you know? Lots of color in this one. It just needs to be washed, that's all. Here's a piece of feldspar. And you can tell because it's got all those shiny outcrops on it. Ooh. Also, interesting pieces of this structure. There's previously a real complex piece of flint. It's starting to fade away. It's over time, you know, we're going down these hills and stuff, and eventually you get a little bit of a chip in them, and that's just the beginning of the end. Also, like, you know, you're coming up to these ridges and you see it like that. You don't want to step on the edges. You don't. Don't step on the edges. You'll just knock all that down and around everywhere. There really aren't too much, especially not right around here. But on the other side, especially, you get a lot of flint boulders, just large places. All the good places are over in elevates over here, so no, you can't access them unless you come out here and you ask a ranger to give you a tour. I'll let you look at lots of the flint and stuff out here. That's something I've been meaning to do for a very long time since I first encountered this place, but and it just keeps getting in the way. See, this is what I mean. It's just full. Can't really see it. It's mainly full of dirt now. But let's see. This is why I came here. It's because Well, my revelation of this place, you know, eventually coming out here, I saw this that was out here. These glass bottles and all this is just destroyed right here. That and it's all in this area. Just somebody had been using that for target practice, especially up under there. That's like under the just tossing bottles. Man, I want to wake up and I've already said it, but man, what I wouldn't give to just wake up in this environment, man. This side doesn't really provide it. There's no, doesn't provide it on this side, but there's a lot of areas on the other that way that you can go and camp at. All the camping on this side would be McBride Canyon, so it's not this area for sure, but it is generally this area because it's just off the Canadian. So yeah, quite a place. And these are the sunflowers, just waiting to come back out. Man, I had to say some of my favorite plants are here. It's got to be that kind of bluish grass. It's easily one of my favorites. All this stuff that I'm encountering right now is that it's so pretty. Reminds me of home. Oh. I'm not seeing any like deer right now, but absolutely come through here. Yeah, this is more of what I was expecting to find. Lots of shells. Lots of shells from assholes that could just come out here and some of them, aren't even hunting. They just go pew 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 and they're shooting whatever, and who gives a shit where the round's gonna go and how it's gonna eventually come back down or where it lands, just shooting to shoot. Yeah. How does that even happen? Does this not fill you with rage? This perfect place. This just like pristinely perfect. No kind of room for human expansion, except for energy purposes apparently. But that is what I have worked to clean in the past right here. And believe me, this is tedious. It is tedious to sit there and go with all these little bits of broken glass. You might as well be sitting there and organizing sesame seeds from what was it? Sesame seeds from rice grains with chopsticks. Yeah, this is what I mean. You can kind of see it. Yeah, all that broken glass. And when is that going to change? When is the glass going to go away? A million years. Oh, you know, just a million years away. It's nothing but a product of immaturity. Who else, you know, what your motivation is to, when you see a place like this, is, oh, I gotta get rid of these beer bottles. I don't know. I don't think I can carry them all the way to town. Or at least where their vehicle would be, you know. Yep. Oh, look at that. It's got a brand new bud on that. That might actually be the flower about to come out on these. Yeah. So here in a week or two, I think they're going to start flowering. I don't know. I think it's a hedgehog cactus. I think it's some variety of that. I'm probably wrong. All I'd have to do is go up to the visitor center. They got stuff up there labeling it. Or, you know, they're probably just a bunch of glass bottles, you know, somebody shot. Just, you know, think about it for a moment, though. There's all this stuff, you know, it's gonna, any creature that sits here and tries to go over this is gonna get cut up. They're gonna be injured. And that, you know, could kill them pretty easily. But, you know, this is the cost of humans. Wow. Lots of little ants. Very, very tiny ants. Yeah, this is what I mean. Yeah, it's angry. Makes me angry. Yeah, a reminder. You should probably wear bug spray coming out here. Especially in the next few months. Oh, what? 10%? Got 10% battery left. Whew. Well, yeah. I love this place, man. I'm very happy to be available to defend it. I'm very fortunate, you you know. I see it going down literally as I'm looking at the screen. Well, I wanted to try to get a little bit of a recording for McBride, but considering this is the first time I'm ever using this camera, you know, this is a good demo just to see how it goes. I'm going to continue to pick up some glass and hit the road shortly. So I am getting a little exhausted, though it's a perfect day. God bless this perfect day. Alright. Save a little bit of power just in case I see something cool. Thanks for watching. Alright, so now we're recording. Yeah, what do I say? This pristine, beautiful place. Yep. I don't even understand how this happens. Diapers. Diapers, dude. What is wrong with people? But hey, I guess that's nice and pretty, eh? And pick these up and remove them. Well, I think that's all, folks. Thank you.